The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Adena Springs South, Daily Racing Form, Double Diamond Farm, Getaway Farm, Jerry Parks Insurance Group, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Pleasant Acres Stallions, Valerie Daly of Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds.
Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Pecoro, filling in for John Henderson on this edition of Thoroughbred Week, featuring an impressive winner of the Grade 1 Santa Anita Handicap, along with Kentucky Derby prep races from Santa Anita, Tampa Bay Downs, and Aqueduct. We begin with the sprinters at Santa Anita in the Grade 2 San Carlos Stakes. Conquest two-step, the 4-5 favorite, Trevor Deadman picks up the call.
They come into the quarter pole, El Nino Terrible. Now they come into tackle. Conquest two-step and Wild Dude. Wild Dude gets the lead. Conquest two-step being confidently ridden on the outside. Kobe's back. The Greys now join the fray on the outside too. They are homeward bound and it's Wild Dude along the inside. Conquest two-step between them. Kobe's back on the outside. Any one of the three. They come for home. Wild Dude is all hot. He's keeping them at bay. In fact, he's widening. Wild Dude coming home on the outside. Kobe's back, but Wild Dude, a big performance today. Wild Dude has won it.
And that's the 9-5 second choice Wild Dude, who takes it by 3/4 of a length over Kobe's back. Conquest two-step third for a sweep by OBS sales graduates. Rafael Bejarano aboard the Florida bred in 1:21.4. In his second start off a 9.5-month layoff, Wild Dude records his first victory since taking the Grade 2 Palos Verdes Stakes over the track 13 months ago. The Jerry Hollendorfer trainee finished third in defense of his title in this year's Palos Verdes. A $9,000 OBS October weanling and a $42,000 OBS April 2-year-old. Wild Dude has earned $494,000 for Hollendorfer and Green Smith. The 5-year-old horse by Wildcat Air was bred in Florida by Versatile Thoroughbreds. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. Next, the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Handicap. Private Zone, the 6-5 favorite. Larry Colmus has the call.
Private Zone and Valid are going at it through a 45 and 4.5 mile. These two continue to race a neck apart as they round the far turn. They are 6 lengths ahead of Wicked Strong. And then it's Lover Bill. East Hall has dropped back and Honor Code is still the trailer. And Valid is dead even now on the outside of Private Zone. These two will come to the top of the stretch together. And now Honor Code's on a roll outside of Wicked Strong. 3/4 in 110 flat. They're into the stretch. Private Zone and Valid, and they're still going at it. Valid and Private Zone, 4 lengths back, Wicked Strong and Honor Code, and they're both coming. And here they both come on the far outside. Honor Code's charging down the center of the track, trying to get Valid and Private Zone. The three of them will come to the wire together, and Honor Code got there.
5-2 second choice Honor Code rallies from a dozen lengths back to defeat Private Zone by half a length. Javier Castellano aboard in 1:36.1. Winner of the Grade 2 Remsen Stakes and runner-up in the Grade 1 Champagne Stakes at 2, Honor Code made only 2 starts last season. The Shug McGahee trainee has been idle since taking an optional claimer at Aqueduct in November. The 4-year-old Ridgeline by AP Indy was bred in Kentucky by Del Ridge Farm. Honor Code has earned $184,000 for Lanes in Racing and Del Ridge Farm. Javier Castellano with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. Back to Santa Anita for the Grade 1 Frank E. Kilroe Mile on turf. Summer Front, the 2-1 favorite, once again. Here's Trevor Deadman.
Onto the backstretch they go, and Hody Loot has ensured a decent pace. Mr. Commons comes to put the pressure on, as does Dimension. So 3 in a line past the 5/8. Then it's 2 lengths further back to Winning Prize at the rails. Salentio's right there 5th. The Grey is approval. Inside of that, Summer Front, who's now 4 lengths off the leaders. Then Ring Weekend in behind that is Home Run Kitten. Hey Dude, second last, gives them 9 lengths start, and 2 more to Mega Heat. Past the 3/8 they go, and Holy Loot along the inside. Mr. Commons between horses on the far side. Dimension 3 in a line. Now here's Winning Prize going well. Can Winning Prize find somewhere to run? Blue Cap at the rail. Winning Prize nowhere to go. Silentio's in there. Ring Weekend. Summer Front joins the fray too. Wide open. Czar Approval down the center of the track. Here's Summer Front. Summer Front grabs the lead and a late run now down the extreme outside from Ring Weekend. Ring Weekend coming resolutely. Ring Weekend, Summer Front. Ring Weekend gonna win it. Ring Weekend and Drayden Van Dyke up to win the Kilroe.
Ring Weekend rallies from well back to defeat Summer Front by a length. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland sales graduates. The first Grade 1 victory for Drayden Van Dyke. The mile in 1:32 and 4. This victory coming 364 days after Ring Weekend captured the Grade 2 Tampa Bay Derby on dirt. The Graham Motion trainee also won a pair of graded stakes on turf last season. The 4-year-old gelding by Tappet was bred in Kentucky by Gainesway Thoroughbreds and was a $310,000 Keeneland September yearling. Ring Weekend has earned $1,095,000 for St. Elias Stable and West Point Thoroughbreds. Darby Dan Farm Stallion Tale of Ikati, a leading second crop sire of 2015, and the sire of rising 3-year-old filly Ikati Speta, the winner of the Grade 2 Devona Dale and Grade 3 Old Hat Stakes at Gulfstream. Tale of Ikati is now available at a special fee of $7,500 payable December 1st. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com.
Here's Sydney's Candy now full of run. And Sydney's Candy, very impressive turn of foot, puts them away and opens up on them now. An absolutely scintillating performance from Sydney's Candy. Never gave them a chance. We're in for an absolutely devastating performance here. Sydney's Candy, they would need to sprout wings to get to Sydney's Candy. But it's a one-horse race. That one horse is Sydney's Candy.
In the business of breeding horses, timing is everything. Making ovulation more predictable, Sucromate Equine takes the guesswork out of scheduling breedings. Sucromate is the only FDA-approved deslorelin product indicated for inducing ovulation within 48 hours of treatment. Sucromate is safe, reliable, and results from a large field-based study show Sucromate provides a higher ovulation rate than any other product. Streamline your breeding season with Sucromate Equine.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida, Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to standard stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile Grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, Currency Swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
People want to know what's so special about Ocala. Centrally located between Orlando and Jacksonville, Ocala's equine industry has many incentives to breed, raise, and train thoroughbreds. Discover Ocala. Reach out to showcase properties, and we'll show you why we love where we live.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the delayed running of the Grade 2 Swale Stakes coming up. In this segment, 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC 2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC 2A Paste. We begin with the fillies at Oaklawn Park in the Grade 3 Honeybee Stakes. Morning line favorite Promise Me Silver was scratched, leaving Ocean Wave as the 5-2 starting choice. Frank Miramati picks up the call.
Super Sacks, the lead is diminishing. Here comes Sarah Sis. And Sarah Sis is the new leader coming to the quarter pole. Desert Valley takes second. Super Sax has surrendered. Pangburn is moving up, but Sarah Sis scampers clear at the top of the stretch. She leads by 5. Desert Valley is in second. Ocean Wave splitting rivals with her rally. Pangburn's on the far outside. There's an eighth of a mile to go, and Sarah Sis is clear by 6. Ocean Wave is in second. She is rallying strongly, but Sarah Sis still with a 4-length lead close to home, and she will go on to win the Honeybee.
5-2 second choice, Sarah Sis coasts home by a length and a half over Ocean Wave. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales Grads. Julio Felix up in 1:46.4. After finishing second to undefeated Promise Me Silver in the Dixie Belle and second to champion Take Charge Brandy in the Martha Washington, Sarah Sis gets her first stakes victory. The filly by Sharp Humor was bred in Kentucky by Dr. Catherine Renee Wright and originally sold for $10,000 at the Keeneland September yearling sale. A $20,000 OBS June 2-year-old, Sarah Sis has earned $203,000 for Joe Ragsdale. Ingrid Mason trains the winner. Bullet Train is a group-winning 3-quarter brother to the great Frankel. His first foals are yearlings of 2015 and are outstanding. Contact Crestwood Farm to inquire about Bullet Train. To Tampa Bay Downs for the Grade 3 Florida Oaks on the turf. Consumer Credit, the 6-5 favorite. Richard Grunder has the call.
To the far turn they go, and Liz Moore has the lead, 3 parts of a length, distorted type on the outside second. Quality Rocks continues to stalk, racing along third. Then it's 2 lengths farther back. Nikki's Brown Miss is there toward the rail for it. Consumer Credit is now easing to the leaders and doing it on her own 5th. From between horses, Tiger Ride is now putting in a run 6th. Up on the outside, Bugle is now underway 7th, but with a quarter of a mile to run. It's still Liz Moore with the lead. Distorted Type is second, and now Consumer Credit swings to the outside and runs at the leaders down along the inner rail. Nikki's Brown Miss, and on the far outside is Bugle. Inside the final furlong, Quality Rocks and Jose Lascano going to the lead. Consumer Credit is flying on to the outside, but Quality Rocks will prevail by a diminishing 3 parts of a length.
And 7-2 second choice, Quality Rocks turns the tables on Consumer Credit by 3/4. Jose Lascano aboard the Thoroughbred in 1:43.2. After winning her first 2 starts, including the Arlington Washington Lassie over Sarah Sis, majority interest in Quality Rocks was acquired by Flavor Racing and Partners. In her 3-year-old debut, the Belmont trainee was runner-up to Consumer Credit in the Grade 3 Swedish Chant Stakes. OBS sales graduate Quality Rocks has earned $245,000. The filly by Rock Hard 10 was bred in Florida by Destiny Oaks of Ocala, which retains an interest in Quality Rocks. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. To Gulfstream Park for the Grade 2 Swale Stakes. Grade 1 Champagne Stakes winner Daredevil, the 3-5 favorite in his 3-year-old debut. Larry Colmus picks up the call.
Around the far turn, Ready for Rye is now the leader. Ready for Rye, 3 furlongs out. Bluegrass Singer attacks on the outside. XY Jet is thrown in the towel after a 45 1/2. Daredevil third and on the move now as they come toward the top of the stretch, but Ready for Rye has a 3-length lead. And they're into the stretch, and it's Ready for Rye off the turn in front. 3 lengths ahead of Daredevil as they come to the final furlong. Ready for Rye trying to get another furlong, still 3 in front. Daredevil is second. They've left the others reeling behind. Ready for Rye has the lead coming down to the wire. And Luis Saez and Ready for Rye take the Fasig-Tipton Swale.
Ready for Rye spoils the seasonal debut for Daredevil by 2 3/4 lengths. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland sales graduates Luis Saez, the winning jockey, in 1:22.2. A 7-length maiden winner at Belmont Park last fall, the Tom Albertrani trainee was coming off a runner-up finish to Barbados in the Spectacular Bid Stakes. Albertrani started the day with an 0-for-60 record during the Gulfstream meet, but Ready for Rye gives him his 3rd victory on last Saturday's card. The 3-year-old gelding by City Zip was bred in Kentucky by Santa Elena de Chimborazo and was a $70,000 Keeneland September yearling. Ready for Rye has earned $203,000 for chalk racing. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the Week is Cross Traffic, Unbridled Song's fastest racehorse ever. Cross Traffic possessed a 1:16 buyer speed and captured the prestigious Grade 1 Whitney Handicap at Saratoga, defeating Breeders' Cup Classic winners Mucho Macho Man and Fort Larned. New for 2015.
Some horses are so brilliant, they make you stop and take notice.
Fort Larned is giving way. It's Cross Traffic.
Some are bred on a perfect cross.
Then on the outside, it's Mucho Macho Man round the creek down toward the rail.
This horse has it all. Plus, traffic stopping good looks. Cross Traffic, Unbridled Song's fastest son.
Cross Traffic will take his place among the top handicap horses in the country.
Our farm is going to be primarily a service organization. We will board horses for a number of different clients throughout the United States and Canada. We will focus on breeding mares. We also will be doing sales prep, either for the yearling sales here in Kentucky or for the breeding stock sales also here in the fall and in the early winter. We stand one stallion here, Greeley's Conquest. Endeavor Farm prides itself on being able to give individual care to every animal here.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida bred.
Wholesome food that's fresh from Florida. You already know how good it is, but did you know that buying locally makes a good thing even better? Food grown here by Florida farmers doesn't need to be shipped as far. That saves fuel and cuts emissions, which helps the environment. Buying Florida-grown products creates jobs and generates revenue, and that helps our economy. Fresh from Florida. Good for the environment, good for the economy, good for you.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with an undefeated winner of the Grade 2 San Felipe Stakes coming up. In this segment, we begin with Kentucky Derby prospects at Aqueduct in the Grade 3 Gotham Stakes. El Kabir, the 6-5 favorite. John Imbrial has the call.
Half mile, 46 and 3/5 seconds. Toasting Master on the inside, leads by a head. Blame Jim on the outside in second, just in behind. Uninfluenced, and 'tis Shady. El Kabir has made progress up to 5th, but still 4 lengths from the front. On the outside is Lieutenant Colonel. Classy Class is trying to come through in between horses. They're at the top of the stretch, 3/4 in 1:12. And here comes El Kabir on the outside to now take over the lead. El Kabir is in front with an 1/8 of a mile to the finish. Classy Class now moves into second. On the outside is Tensindor. It's El Kabir with the lead as they come for the wire in the Gotham, and El Kabir has won it.
El Kabir by Ashford stud stallion Scat Daddy weaves his way through the field to defeat 'tis Shady by 2 3/4 lengths. The Florida bred under high weight of 123 pounds and CC Lopez in 145-2 over the muddy track. El Kabir won the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes in his final start at 2, and his 3-year-old debut, he rolled to a 4.5 length victory in the Grade 3 Jerome Stakes. However, in his last start, the John Terranova trainee was run down by Far From Over and finished second in the Grade 3 Wither Stakes. El Kabir has earned nearly $679,000 for Zayat Stables. The colt was bred in Florida by Russellwood Farm and was a $250,000 OBS August yearling. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. Next, the Grade 2 Tampa Bay Derby. Carpe Diem, the even money favorite. Richard Grunder has the call.
It's divining route along the rail, and My Johnny Be Good continues to shadow him second. 2 lengths farther back, Carpe Diem is let out a notch and responds third. Moonlight Bandit racing along fourth. Amy Splatter is putting in a run fifth, and there goes Ocean Knight. And now Ortiz sets him down for the drive on the outside. With 3/8 of a mile still to run, and divining rod trying to take him start to finish. My Johnny Be Good has had enough and retreats to be third. Here's the favorite, Carpe Diem, roaring up on the outside. Amy Splatter is toward the rail, and Ocean Knight, he's trying to stay undefeated. He has 4 lengths to make up and less than a quarter of a mile to do it in, but as they turn for home, Carpe Diem, being confidently handled, has the lead, and Divining Rod, his game is over toward the rail. Up on the outside, Amy Splatter, Ocean Knight has been defeated. Inside the final furlong, it's Carpe Diem in front. He'll make his 3-year-old debut, a winning one, reporting home 4 lengths to the good.
Carpe Diem by Ashford Stud Stallion Giants Causeway rolls home officially by 5 lengths over long shot Amy Splatter. The winner under high weight of 122 pounds and John Velasquez in 143 and 3. An impressive 3-year-old debut for Carpe Diem, who was a 6 1/4 length winner in the Grade 1 Claiborne Breeders' Futurity last fall. The Todd Pletcher trainee making his first start since finishing second to Texas Red in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. The $1.6 million co-sales topper at the OBS March 2-year-old sale, Carpe Diem has earned nearly $920,000 for Windstar Farm and Stone Street Stables. The colt was bred in Kentucky by Coffee Pot Stable and was consigned by Bowlane Bloodstock to the 2013 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Northwest Stud for $550,000. Grade 2 Tampa Bay Derby winner Carpe Diem, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. To Santa Anita for the Grade 2 San Felipe Stakes. Undefeated Dortmund, the 4-5 favorite. Trevor Dedman has the call.
Onto the backstretch they go now, and the favourite Dortmund on a nice long rein just lopes them along, leads it by a neck. On the far side, Sir Samson now turns the pressure on a little, and Bolo is right there in the 3rd spot. Lord Nelson tucked in 4th at the rail. Prospect Park travels well in the white cap, 2.5 off the leaders. Behind that comes Kenja Storm. At the rail, Ocho, no more than 4 lengths off the leader. Behind them comes the Gomper. On the far side we have Polmerac, and last of all is Pain and Misery. Tightly bunched with 3/8 to go now, and Dortmund kicks on for home. Dortmund is the leader. Bolo on the outside, Lord Nelson tucked in at the rail, Sir Samson right there too. Prospect Park has the white cap. On the far side, Polmerac. They're at the top of the lane now, and Dortmund is tackled by Bolo on the outside. These two turn for home together. Lord Nelson on the inside. Prospect Park continues to chase from 4th. Homeward bound now, and Dortmund is fully extension by Bolo, but Dortmund's digging deep and finding more. Prospect Park running on stoutly in the centre. Dortmund is all heart. He shifted his ground a little, but he's clear. And Dortmund, another stylish performance. Dortmund wins.
Dortmund keeps his perfect record intact with his front-running length and a quarter victory over Prospect Park. Martin Garcia aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 141 and 3. Now 5 for 5, the Bob Baffert trainee won the Grade 1 Los Alamitos Futurity in December and captured the Grade 3 Robert B. Lewis Stakes in his 3-year-old debut. The colt by Big Brown was bred in Kentucky by Emily Herlinde Fohan. A $140,000 2-year-old purchase by Kahim Shah. Dortmund has earned $689,000. For all your insurance needs, a specialist at Jerry Parks Insurance Group is there to assist you with 40 years of exceptional coverage. Look for Jerry Parks, John Cassie, and Kelly Weeks at the 2-year-old sales. Coming up, a dominant winner of the Big Cap.
Was 140 at 130 40. You to get 40, you to get 140, you to get 130. Down about to get down 87, 90 down, down about to get down 90 grand bay. 890,000 down about to get down 90. 85 on a minute, now 85. What do you think? 5 here. 85,000 down about to get down 5 on the minute.
Share what you love about Florida. Since Florida's first Kentucky Derby winner, Needles, in 1956,
Florida has produced 50 national champions, the last Triple Crown winner, 13 Classic winners, 155 millionaires, memorable performances, and 26 Breeders' Cup winners. Produce your next champion in Florida.
Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. It's the 78th running of the Grade 1 Santa Anita Handicap. Shared Belief bet down to 30 cents on the dollar. Here's the call by Trevor Dedman.
And away they go, and Shared Belief broke beautifully. Along the inside, Diamond Bachelor sets off for the lead. Up alongside now comes Senor Quisquillano, who now goes on to lead them. Marino joins them in the center of the track. Catcher Flight's on the grandstand side. Shared Belief is tucked in beautifully right behind the leaders in the black cap. Bronzo's on the outside. Crimson Giant is close today, only 3 lengths off them. Then Cool Samurai, and behind that Dynamic Sky. Hard Aces at the back of the leading group has only given them 5 lengths start. They bunched up here. Patriotic and Proud has dropped back to be third last. In behind that, You Know I Know, and Imperative is last, 11 off the lead. So they set off to the 3/4 pole in the big cap. Marino on the far side and Senor Quisquillano along the inside. They're just setting a steady pace, not flying. Behind that, Catcher Flight. Crimson Giant is right there in the firing line. Diamond Bachelor at the rail. Now here's Shared Belief in the 6th spot. Black Cap of Shared Belief, only 3 lengths off the leaders and just loping along. In behind that comes Cool Samurai. In behind Cool Samurai now we have Bronzo's dropped 5 off the leaders. Patriotic and Proud, You Know I Know, Dynamic Sky, and Imperative is last. Into the turn they go, and Marino's now sent along. Let's see, Shared Belief now starts to get closer in the black cap. He's moved up 4th and coming after them. Marino is hard ridden. Senor Quisquillano along the inside. Shared Belief has taken the 2nd spot, and let's see, Mike Smith just sitting on him. And Shared Belief now comes on to take on Marino. Marino's running his heart out, but Shared Belief strikes the front in the big cap. On the inside, Catcher Flight tries to make a race of it. An 1/8 of a mile to go, and Shared Belief. Mike Smith never even thought about going to the stick. They cantering home. This is absolute poetry in motion. Ears cocked, he could go round again, could Shared Belief.
Shared Belief draws off to defeat Moreno by 4 1/4 lengths, the 3rd consecutive victory in the big cap for Mike Smith. The winner carried high weight of 125 pounds in 2 minutes and 3/5, a 111 Beyer speed figure as well. That's 8 graded stakes victories, including 5 Grade 1s for Shared Belief, who defeated Horse of the Year California Chrome in the Grade 2 San Antonio Invitational last month. The 4-year-old gelding by Candy Ride was bred in Kentucky by Pam and Martin Wygod and was purchased privately by Jungle Racing and Partners after his first start. Shared Belief has a bankroll of $2,932,000. Hall of Famer Jerry Hollendorfer trains the winner. Shared Belief paid $260 to win and is Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. We'll see you next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Adena Springs South, Daily Racing Form, Double Diamond Farm, Getaway Farm, Jerry Parks Insurance Group, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Pleasant Acres Stallions, Valerie Daly of Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds.